Oh, hey. Didn't see you there. Hey, how you doing? It's your boy Kumo here, and welcome to my first review. And today I just felt like standing, so the chair is gone. I threw it away. It's on my life. But today I will be talking about The Tomorrow War. And The Tomorrow War, well, this is, dang it. The Tomorrow War it's a movie. It's a sci-fi action, but I think it's different than most of the sci-fi action that you will see, because I feel like in my mind it was more emotional and it had more emotional intensity, like that word. Yeah.
You're weird, buddy. You're weird.
And I feel it had more emotional intensity than any other sci-fi action movie I've seen. I felt emotionally drawn to all the characters that were in the movie, and yeah, those were my thoughts on the movie. But overall, I thought the movie was pretty good, and throughout watching it, it felt a little slow at some parts, mainly at the end, because they were having like a team building, like they were having, you know how movies have a team building sequence, and that's what they were doing in the end. Because why am I talking about the end when I should be talking about the beginning first? But let me talk about the beginning. The beginning is basically introducing the future soldiers, like the future humans, to the present humans in 2022, because these future people are coming from 2051, and they're telling us, the present people, that hey, there's a war going on in our time, and if you don't do anything to help us, the human race is going to be extinct. And which I thought is a good premise for, like, it's a good story starter. It's a good what a plot starter. I don't know, but the way they started off is pretty good. They start sending off all the military soldiers, you know, the people that are already enlisted, all the Navy people, Marines, and Army. They send them out there, and boom, bada boom, they fail, they die, and now they gotta start drafting normal citizens. And what I like about them drafting normal citizens is how realistic it actually is, because you see how people are actually kind of like going into it, you know. Will I say full-heartedly? No, but like they are actually going into it willingly. But you see the other side, it's like half on half, where people are okay with going, and then those people who don't want to get drafted. And they're like, hey, stop drafting us. We're just normal people. We're gonna live our lives. We don't want to die. And you see the people that get drafted in, they show fear because they don't know what they're going against. They don't know, because the future, the government that's drafting them, they don't tell them, hey, this is what you're fighting, this is what it looks like, and this is what you're going to do. They tell you what you're going to do, but they don't tell you what you're fighting against, which is the scary part. Imagine going into a war and not knowing what you're fighting. Makes no sense. Well, it doesn't make sense. But our main character, Chris Pratt, which actually, let me bring this up. I wouldn't have watched the movie if Chris Pratt wasn't in it. If there was any other actor that I didn't know, I probably would have said, hey, this is just another sci-fi action movie that's coming out. Woohoo. But this had Chris Pratt, and Chris Pratt, he's one of my favorite actors, and yeah, he's one of my favorite actors. I just want to say that.
Dude, shut up! That is awesome sauce!
But hey, if he wasn't in it, I wouldn't have watched it, and I'm pretty sure most people wouldn't have watched it if Chris Pratt wasn't in it. Well, I'm pretty sure most people would, but he probably wouldn't have been as good if Chris Pratt wasn't in it. But we go through this movie initially we go through this movie not knowing our antagonists, or the antagonists being the alien monsters. They call them white spikes, I think. And these white spikes are, you know, like vicious. They'll kill you. They're like hunting. What am I even talking about? These white spikes, right? These are very dangerous monsters that presumably have, presumably what they thought, they came down to Earth from like space or something during the time between 2021 and 2051. They crash landed in some place in the world, and they started, you know, hoarding and started, you know, killing everything off. And what I thought interesting about that is because they mentioned something else that goes along with it later on, but that's what they think at the moment. And like I would like to say that the design is I would say white claws, the white spikes. Is I like the design. They're white. They're more of like an eggshell white than an actual white, but they look like if you ever played, I think it's Call of Duty Black Ops 3 Zombies. It's like these monster creatures. I think that's what I'm talking about. I think throughout the movie we see Chris Pratt. I forgot the main character's name. I apologize. Let me look it up. I literally couldn't find Chris Pratt's character's name. That's my bad. Well, it's not my bad. I don't feel like watching the movie again. But I did find out that a sequel is like they're talking about making a sequel. I didn't think the movie was that good. I think it was good enough how it is. Like some movies don't need sequels. That's one thing. Some movies could branch out as sequels, but most movies they just don't need one. And the sequels end up being bad, and then they try to make a trilogy, and the third movie ends up being worse than the second movie, which was bad already. But sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. But this might be a short video because hey, that's all my thoughts on the movie. And I apologize that this video is short. I watched this movie the day it came out, but then I started procrastinating and now I can't remember all parts of the movie. But next movie, I think I'll just start recording right after. I might actually start recording my reaction to the movie and then putting that into my review. So if you guys want to see more of that, subscribe and like the video and comment what you would want me to review and just comment your thoughts on the movie if you've seen it. So yeah, it's been nice talking to you, so I'll see you later.